Hi guys, this is the video I said I was going to do about the Pandora's Box 6. This is the second video actually. I took the first one off after someone commented that the reason half my games weren't working, I was using the wrong ROM set for the ones I was adding, so I thought I'd better fix that and do it again. So if you saw the original video, this is going to cover a lot of the same stuff, but just better compatibility, and I'll fix that ROM set issue. So this is my case which I had with my 5. I just replaced it with the 6 which is in the back. Let me just power it on. There it is. I was going to show you the whole box, but I've already screwed the case shut, so I'm not going to do that. Here's a boot up sequence which is different to the 5. It's shorter as well, so doesn't take as long to get to the menu, which is good. There we go.
Pandora box 6.
So,
Never ends.
yeah, tree never ends. Problems never end. That's what I should call it. I've had some problems with this. I'm going to say right now, I can't get it working with a PC at all. If anyone has got one of these and can test it or has tested it, let me know if it works for you. With the 5 it works no problem. You just plug it in and it just picks it up. With this one it comes up with a USB device not recognised, and then something about your USB device has malfunctioned. So it just won't pick it up at all. I've tried a couple of things. I googled that error. It says about disabling power management features, but hasn't worked. Also, it's not working on my PS3 either. It just, nothing happens at all. I've spoken to the support guys. They're offering me suggestions, but I don't know. I don't think they know much about it either, and their English isn't good either, which is a problem. But they said press the PS button, which I did. I've tried that, but it's not doing anything. One thing I was kind of wondering about when this one came, it had a, you see that? It had like a rubber seal in one of the USB ports. I don't know if that meant that you were only supposed to use one instead of both. So with the 5 it was both. But I've tried using one, I've tried both of those individually, I've tried both together. I've tried with the machine on, with it off. It's just not working on the PS3, and it's not working on the PC, which is really annoying. Because I used to plug my 5 into both of them. I used to play Street Fighter 5 on the PC, I used to play MAME on there. So I've got the 8-button version, which you can only use 8 buttons on PC or PS3. The Pandora's box itself, you can only use 6, so I'm annoyed about that at the moment, and I wish I hadn't upgraded. If this is a problem with the 6s in general, then I would say the 5's better. If I can fix this problem, then I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'm not too happy that I can't play it on the PC anymore. So apart from that, I'll just go into the other stuff. The rest of the things about the system I'm happy with. It's just that I've lost that functionality, which is not good. But I've got it plugged in now through HDMI. On the old one I had it on VGA because it used to crop the top and bottom of the screen on HDMI, but with this one you can switch resolutions, so you can have 720p, which does still crop the top and bottom, or this resolution is 1024 by 768. So it doesn't crop, and it's a better image quality than through the VGA. So I'm pretty happy with that. And there's a third resolution as well, which is I keep forgetting what that one is. It's some really strange one. I'm actually going to boot into it. So you have to hold in the settings button as you press the power button, and then something like that. If I did it right, it'll flash up. 760 by 480. That's it. Which I thought was really weird. I thought it was going to be 640 by 480. But no, which is that really weird aspect ratio. It's just weird. Turn it down a bit. It's a bit more pixelated in this one, and I might have been imagining it, but I felt like it was a bit smoother on a couple of the games, but I don't know if that's just my imagination. But I've been keeping it on 1024 by 768 anyway. To switch back, you just do that, so that's going to go to 720, and I'm going to have to cycle it up again to get back to the the one I was in before. But once it's in the resolution you want, it will store that, so you don't have to do it every time. Okay, so it's just coming back on there. So I guess the two main features for me on this one that made me want to upgrade was the ability to add your own games on the USB stick. So now the USB stick is on the outside, it's on the inside on the 5. So you can just pull that out and plug it into the PC. It is a bit of a nuisance actually it being on the outside, because I store this in the box it came in, which is over there. And that USB stick gets in the way of the padding now, so I have to unplug it before I pack it away. It's just a hassle, but at least you've got easy access if you want to plug it into the computer and get some more games on it. So with the first video I did on this, I was using a different main ROM set. I thought it wouldn't make that much difference, but I was wrong. And only about half of the games are working, so it adds them onto the end of the list. So I've got the right ROM set, which is 0106, and put the same games on, and now most of them work. Not all of them do still, but most do. These top two are final burn ones. So I think Golden Axe had some issues with the sound effects on the original version that's built into the system, but this ROM is okay, which is good. So most of these work. Afterburner is really slow. And I was just playing Spider-Man, and that's not even a very demanding game graphically, and it's a bit slow. I just loaded it, show you some gameplay. So this one's playable, but yeah, it doesn't run very well. Try and get a bit of sound on here. They've taken off that loading music, which was on the 5, which I hated. I used to have to mute the sound for that loading screen, so that's gone. That's a big plus. And I think maybe the game's load a little bit faster because it's not waiting for that music to finish playing, so that's good. Okay, I'm playing one-handed, so I just want to show you kind of the frame rate on this. Hopefully it's picking up okay with my phone. But yeah, playable but a bit jerky. I also added Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder, and that one is mostly okay. It's better than this, but again, I think the frame rate wasn't great. It looked like it was doing some frame skipping on there. Might show you that one as well. So if you watch the original video, you've already seen this, because I loaded that one up then as well, but I took it offline pretty quick, and I thought I'd better get the right ROMs on and do it again. Where is it? So yeah, some games like Indiana Jones wouldn't work on the old ROM set, but with the right one... Actually, no, this one didn't work. Yeah, this was one of the ones that still doesn't work on 106. It loads now, which it didn't on the other ROM set, but let me go into that. But you can't, I think you can insert coins or something, it didn't work, so you press coin, doesn't do anything, you press start, which sometimes adds coins, doesn't do anything, so that is a shame because I like that game. So there's no way to add credits on it at all, which is a pity because that's one of the ones I wanted to play. But most of the ones I've added do work. Go to Golden Axe, I said I was going to show you that one. Some of my favourites like Road Blasters works, Escape from the Planet of Robot Monsters works, APB I was playing, that's pretty good. Okay. So I was comparing this against my GPD XD, which I play a lot of retro games on, and it runs smoother on that, so that's where I can tell the difference. And that's the same processor speed as well, but it does run better on that one. I'm playing one-handed. in case you wonder why I'm not doing very well. It's not too bad. I think mainly in the scrolling it kind of judders a bit. Didn't need to use that magic, I just want to try and show the frame rate really. Yeah, it's a good game. Doesn't run too bad. Let me just kill this guy. Okay, I'm happy there. Okay. So while I'm at this end of the games list, I just want to mention another problem. There's quite a lot of problems I've had with this really. And that's that you can't play two players on some of the games, like Gauntlet is one of the games, I think. Super Sprint was another, Cybots is another, there's another game, I've forgotten the name, but some of them, when you press the start button on player 2 side, it's supposed to add credits for player 2, but it adds credits for player 1 instead. So you can press that one, or you can press coin, or you can press start on player 1, and it only adds credits for player 1, so you just can't play two players, which is a real shame because that's the best thing about games like Gauntlet. I think this game was released on the PS1, so I'm going to have to look for that because that should work two players. That's next on my list to do because I want Gauntlet. I want to introduce my son to Gauntlet. I think he'll like it. So yeah, it's not the same in single player. So, but Crackdown is one of my old favourites. Used to play that on my Amstrad CBC, great game, and that works two players, so that's good. So yeah, the compatibility so far, I've tried about 38 games, and most of those work fine. Yeah, it's probably only maybe 4 or 5 that don't. Thinking about it, Afterburner doesn't run very fast. Enduro Racer doesn't work either. All the rest on this page do, except Indiana Jones. Actually, Killer Instinct doesn't. Anything that's quite demanding won't work. But most of the older stuff does. So all of those do. Rampage World Tour doesn't. I'll delete that one. And Spider-Man I'll delete. Splathouse seemed to be a bit of a weird resolution. I don't know if the original was, but it was a bit kind of squashed. Like it was one of those vertical orientation games. I don't know if the original was like that. But at least it works. I used to play this one on my PC Engine. I've really played the arcade version, but it's pretty much the same by the looks of it. Yeah, but I can always stretch my screen anyway if I want it a bit wider. Okay, and die. Come out of that one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the compatibility. I'm going to have a look through the ROM set and see what else I can add onto that stick. You can have up to 3,000 games, I believe. I think that's including the 1,300 that it comes with on the system, so that'll keep me busy. I'll have a look through, but I think I've put the main ones that I remember anyway on already, so these are the main ones I wanted. Let me see, 14 minutes into the video. Okay, I think there's just a couple of more bits I wanted to say. The other main advantage of the 6 over the 5 is the ability to sort the games. Where it says press to enter into indexing mode. So if I press that, you get this screen here, and you can either group it by genre. So you want I quite like these games, they're scrolling beat 'em ups. So you can just go into that and then you've got them all grouped here. Or the other thing you can do is alphabetical, so you just press left and right to switch between these. And say I want Bad Dude versus Dragon Ninja, I just go to B, and it's right there on the 5. There was nothing like that. You had to scroll through pages, which wasn't organised very well, and really had to just remember kind of roughly what number you were after. So this is a lot faster. And there's some tank game I quite liked on the 5. Can't really remember what it's called, tank something, but no, just jump straight to T, and there you go. Good game, by the way. So the sorting is really good. And if you want to just go through the whole list, that's the last thing I think I wanted to show you. The duplicates, it shows up quite a lot more if you sort it alphabetically. So there's quite a lot of duplicates on this system. So it says that it comes with 1300 games, but there's a lot which either have the same name or slightly different names. But when you sort it this way, let me show you a couple of them. Probably do this quickly because I did this the other day. Yeah, you got asterisks there twice, and followed by Astarock. I don't think that comes up very well on the camera. Astarock followed by Asteroids Deluxe, which is the same game. And there's quite a few things like that. And just games which aren't what they say they are, like Batman Part 2 is some kind of Space Invaders game. And I remember Double Dragon was not actually Double Dragon. I mean, Double Dragon is on here, all 3 of them, there they are, and the Neo Geo one. But then you've got these Dungeons and Dragons games called Double Dragon. So the Dungeons and Dragons games are on here as well, under Dungeons and Dragons, but they're also on here under these names. So there's quite a lot of stuff like that. So there you go, there's the actual name. But there's still a lot of games on there though. There's still probably like 1200 maybe games. Plus you can add your own. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. The main thing I'm not happy about is I can't use it on the PC or the PS3. I'm hoping someone else has tried and they can let me know. And let me know about that rubber thing that was in one of the USB ports, because I took that out. I don't know if that should be in there or if I use both ports. Very strange, but yeah, I can't get that working. But spec wise, it's the same processor, GPU and RAM as the 5, so the games run the same as they did on the 5. It still doesn't have VSync, so there's still quite a bit of tearing, but most of the stuff plays okay. The Street Fighters are perfect from what I can tell, and a lot of games are really good. So I'm happy with the system by itself when I don't need to plug it into anything else. I'm not happy that I can't use my all 8 buttons because of that problem, which I've mentioned about 5 times. In my last video I said I wouldn't recommend this device. I gave it a thumbs down, and if I can get these problems working then yeah, but otherwise, well, you might as well stay with the 5 really, because it works. So there you go. I hope that was useful. Any questions or comments, please post in the comments. Right, catch you later. Bye.